Let's talk about zoonotic diseases. There are lots of kinds of zoonotic diseases, such as salmonella or Lyme disease. But you may be asking yourself, what is a zoonotic disease? A zoonotic disease is an illness caused by pathogens spreading between animals to people, able to infect both us and certain animals. The two zoonotic diseases we will be discussing in this video are the swine flu and the avian flu.
The swine flu first came to the United States in 2009 through pigs from a small farm in Mexico. The CDC believed that the swine flu came from pigs because several gene segments of the swine flu's DNA can also be found in the sequencing of other influenza viruses found in pigs. The virus showed evidence of molecular evolution similar to the seasonal flu, so the symptoms were also pretty similar and listed next to me. On a cellular level, the swine flu infects the cells that line the nose, throat, and lungs. The virion enters the host cell by fusion and injects its own DNA and RNA. The infected host cell is then instructed by the virion's genetic material to replicate its viral DNA and start the process of cell replication. But unlike the swine flu, a seemingly more dangerous zoonotic disease can wipe out an entire population of birds.
The avian flu, scientifically named the HPAI Asian H5N1 virus, originated in China. It was first seen spreading between geese in 1996, and the first human cases were seen in an outbreak in Hong Kong during 1997. Since the outbreaks in 1997 and 2003, human-to-human spread of the avian flu has been rare. If one were to catch the avian flu, you would experience very similar symptoms to a seasonal flu. However, the avian flu has a high mortality rate and can cause organ failure and sepsis due to the virus's high resistance to medications. The virus can infect isolated pulmonary epithelial cells and will cause diffuse alveolar damage and hemorrhage. The virus also has the potential to infect other areas of the body, including the brain and trachea, and can even penetrate the placental barrier to infect a fetus. Luckily, it's really hard to catch the avian flu unless you're in close contact with infected birds.
Each of these zoonotic diseases have similar symptoms to a seasonal flu. Although avian flu has a much higher mortality rate than swine flu, both of these diseases have a chance to be fatal. With the world overrun with the word pandemic and the fear of its ramifications, the thought may cross your mind, are either of these diseases likely to cause a pandemic? Looking at the history, H1N1 viruses have been responsible for not only the swine flu pandemic in 2009, but also the Spanish flu in 1918, which wiped out about 5% of the world's population. The swine flu is more likely to cause a pandemic because the virus is easily spread through mucus or saliva. However, the avian flu is rarely spread from human to human. The swine flu pandemic in 2009 taught the world a lot about pandemics caused by zoonotic diseases. This information will hopefully help the world to avoid another pandemic in general, but especially one caused by zoonotic diseases. Thank you.